Oi oi people, Silky here and welcome to the Life a Musician podcast. A podcast I created to help empower my fellow DIY musicians by sharing valuable insights into how to market and monetize your music independently. The Life a Musician podcast is brought to you by my artist services company, Hookins Management. We specialise in helping DIY musicians on smaller budgets grow and monetize their fan bases. You can check out more information on the music artist services we offer and book a 1-hour video call with me for some free advice on your music career at hookinsmanagement.com. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing 5 key ways to make money as an independent musician. If you're looking to make a few quid from your music, then this is the episode for you, me old mucker. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first income stream I want to talk about today is what could be described as an introductory offer to get fans through the door and turn them into paying customers of your artist business. And this is free plus shipping product offers. This is where a fan buys a product directly from you, but at a heavily discounted rate in which they only pay for the postage and packing costs. And the RRP on the actual product is free. Promotional products that usually work very well for this type of offer are signed CD albums and EPs, vinyls and t-shirts. Now, if you've checked out any previous episodes of this podcast, you'll know that I bang on about these offers a fair old bit. But there's a good reason for this. The more fans you can funnel into your own customer database, the more chance you've got at sustaining and growing your artist business. Fans that are willing to buy something directly from you and subscribe to your list are like gold dust. These are the community of people that are buying into you and therefore supporting your DIY artist business the most. So having their email address, postal address and retargeting data for ads is what's going to allow you to build an omnipresence in their lives and nurture the relationship you have with them. You can send emails, texts, direct mail through the post and run focused social media ad campaigns to stay in touch with them, regularly promoting content, releases and products. In my experience, offering a free plus shipping product like a signed CD album is the fastest way to monetize new fans. You're giving them a lot of value by offering them a great product for free rather than trying to sell them a full price CD, vinyl or ticket straight out the gates. So there's a much greater incentive for them to buy from you for the first time, as they've only got to cover the postage and packing costs to receive a cool product signed by the band. There's just a much greater chance of them becoming a customer if your initial offer is heavily discounted. And long term, many of these new customers will ascend into paying for tickets, merch, fan club memberships and crowdfunding perks because they've been warmed up by a great initial product that they practically got for nothing and have since become invested into your narrative as an artist through all the ongoing promo content they've received from you for being part of your customer list. The online selling platforms we use to create squeeze pages for selling these free plus shipping products are Shopify, ClickFunnels and Wix. The second way to bring in the readies as an independent artist I want to talk to you about is crowdfunding. Over the past few years, my band Death of Guitar Pop have raised over 60,000 quid in crowdfunding revenue from our fan base, allowing us to release 4 albums and get in the official albums charts completely independently. One of the things I really love about crowdfunding is that your fans are essentially raising all the advance funds needed for you to create and release an album so that you don't have to go shopping around for a record deal and in turn give away a percentage of your income just to get your music out there. The campaigns that we've run for Death of Guitar Pop and other independent artists working with Hookins Management usually average out at £25 to £30 per crowdfunding pledge, so it proves that you only have to have a small fan base of dedicated supporters to raise a substantial amount of money to go towards the cost of releasing your record independently. If we were to base it on £25 per crowdfunding backer, 200 backers would generate 5 grand, 500 backers would generate 12,500 quid and 1,000 backers would generate 25 grand. The e-commerce platform we use to run our crowdfunding pages through is Shopify with the added Sales Count Up app integration. The third way of making money as an independent artist that that I want to talk about is self-promoted headline shows. If you are confident that you can sell a certain amount of tickets in a specific city, then why not hire the venue yourself and be your own promoter, instead of giving a huge chunk of your ticket income to a third-party promoter whose promotional efforts are probably going to extend to a few posters around the venue and 1 or 2 posts on social media. There are so many benefits to promoting your own show. Not only are you increasing your profitability by doing it yourself, but just as crucially, you're obtaining the lion's share of your own customer data, as most of the tickets are being sold directly through your store, which means you have the email address, phone number, postal address and retargeting data for ads on your most invested fans. The people that are paying to see your headline shows are your most dedicated supporters. You need their data so you can continue to promote directly to them and get more views, listens and sales. Your small DIY artist business needs that data more than ticketing giants like Ticketmaster does. If you don't have the email addresses of the people that are coming to your shows, you're missing out on being able to promote to the people that give a shit about you the most. Putting your own shows on and selling the tickets directly through your own shop not only massively helps with cash flow, as you're receiving the ticket money into your own account in real time, but it also gives you direct access to your most dedicated supporters, the ones that are actually making the effort to buy a ticket and come to see you live. Here's a breakdown of the earning potential of a self-promoted small headline London show at legendary Camden venue, the Dublin Castle. The sellable capacity is 179. If you sold tickets at £20 each, that would be a gross income of £3,580. Key expenses to take out of this would be marketing costs at 537 quid. That's based on £3 per head, and I would recommend paid ads on Facebook and Instagram would be the main method of marketing these tickets. Venue hire is £350, van hire is 150 quid, food, fuel and parking approximately 150 quid if you're local to the London area, rehearsals 200 quid, support act 150 quid, door and merch staff £100, PRS licence £103.10 based on 4.8% of each ticket sold, and payment processing costs I would add on top of the 12 quid ticket price as a separate booking fee. That leaves a total profit of £1,839.90 plus profit from any merch sales that you take on the night. So all in all, you could be looking at over £2,000 profit for one small headline show. The online ticketing system we use to sell our own tickets is the e-commerce platform Shopify, with the added event ticketing app integration. Oi people, Silky here. I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to take a short break to tell you about a fantastic mastering service I recently used for my band Death of Guitar Pop's forthcoming album Be Lucky. Jake from Decent Mastering was a joy to work with from start to finish, and we're so happy with how the final masters of our songs are sounding. Jake is currently offering an incredibly fair pay-what-you-want mastering service to all independent musicians. So if you're an unsigned artist that's on a budget, be sure to hit up Jake for a great service at an affordable rate. Check out decentmastering.com for more info. Whilst we're on the subject of extremely useful services for independent musicians, I've got to tell you about another great company that Death of Guitar Pop has had the pleasure in dealing with recently, and that's TMT Band Merch. These guys have supplied us outstanding quality merchandise at a very reasonable rate for events like our Australian tour, our big headline show at London's Electric Ballroom, and throughout festival season this summer, helping us serve our loyal fan base with pucker merchandise whilst making money as a DIY band in the process. TMT Band Merch understand budget can be tight for smaller artists and offer special discounted rates for DIY musicians. I have to say their customer service has been incredible, and will continue to use them for the foreseeable future for all of Death of Guitar Pop's merch needs. If you want high quality band merch at a cheap price with fast turnaround times, go to tmtbandmerch.co.uk and tell them Silky sent ya. Now, let's get back to the podcast. The fourth way to make some pie and mash as an independent artist is a subscription-based fan club. Recurring, predictable income is often a difficult thing to create as an independent artist, but subscription-based fan clubs are a great way to make this achievable. My band Death of Guitar Pop's monthly fan club membership includes perks such as exclusive video content and music releases, a welcome merch pack, a video message from the band on your birthday, 20% off all merch and tickets, a yearly Christmas drinks meet up in person with the band, a members only Facebook group, plus a few other perks, and the price for the subscription is $8.99 per month. At the time of recording this video, we have 347 active paying members, creating over $3 per month in gross revenue. This is the financial lifeblood of our DIY band and goes towards paying our wages and reinvesting back into the growth of our project. Great platforms to use for online memberships are ClickFunnels, Patreon and Bandzoogle. The fifth and final way of making a bit of dough as an independent artist that I want to talk about today is good old-fashioned merch. When I'm out playing festivals with my band Death of Guitar Pop throughout the summer, I see so many artists, often with much bigger profiles than us, completely neglecting the merchandise side of their business. Musicians often leave so much money on the table through not having a good merch range and merch stall set up at gigs, plus poor online stores that are in no way optimised for bringing in as many sales as possible. When it comes to selling merch at gigs, my advice would be to make sure you are well stocked with t-shirts, hoodies and CDs at the very minimum, and the people you hire to sell your merch should be well informed on your products, naturally good at sales and ideally passionate about your band so that the incentive is there for them to sell as much merch for you as possible. We've been lucky enough to have passionate fans volunteer to sell our merch at shows for us. Shout out to Nikki, Nibbo and crew, and they've done such a great job. We're now in a position to pay them wages to come and sell merch on the road for us. Something that is integral for selling more merch on the road is making the effort to go down to the merch desk before and after the show to meet and greet your fans. We've found that taking the time to chat and have photos with fans at the shows goes such a long way with our supporters, and in turn our presence encourages more interest in the merch stand and therefore more sales on the night. Having an online store that is optimised for generating as many sales as possible using an e-commerce platform like Shopify is also a must for music artists. We've found that on top of having your standard merch range, which includes say a couple of t-shirts, CDs and vinyl albums, a hoodie, plus some lower ticket items like badges and stickers, that one-off limited product drops are a great way to generate fast sales and can often cash flow themselves, so the upfront costs of getting the products manufactured are covered by fans pre-ordering. For example, you get a limited edition t-shirt designed and have a designer create a product mock-up image for the listing on your store. You advertise the t-shirt as a limited run of 100 units only and make them available as a pre-order product on your store. The first week of pre-orders generates 50 t-shirt sales at £15 each, which equals £750 in gross revenue. The t-shirts then cost 600 quid based on 100 tees at 6 quid per unit, and the design work for the t-shirt and store image costed 50 quid, a total cost of £650, which means you're already up £100 after the initial 50 pre-orders. The t-shirts have more than paid for themselves, and you have another 50 to sell at 15 quid each, which will create another £750 worth of profit. So all in all, £850 in profit and no upfront costs for you, as the initial burst of sales paid for the manufacturing costs. So there you have it, 5 ways to make money as an independent music artist. I hope you found this episode useful, and don't forget, if you'd like some free one-on-one advice from me on how to market and monetize your music independently, then you can book a free 1-hour video call with me. Just send me a DM on Insta at hookins_management or email info@hookinsmanagement.com for more info. Nice one.